welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited that you're here because today's video I had so much fun filming for you. I'm going to be doing a face full of first impressions. Pretty much every single product that I used I have not used before, so I get to try them on camera for the first time with you guys. If you watched my makeup haul, then you know these products, you saw them in that haul. If you haven't watched it, you should go watch that before you watch this one. And yeah, so if you're interested, please keep I said that so weird. Everybody makes fun of me for the way that I say interested, so I'm gonna start saying if you're into it. So if you are into it, please keep watching, and please make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so that you guys get all the notifications whenever I upload and everything like that. So let's get started. I'm going to first put my moisturizer on. I'm using the Pond's Dry Skin Cream. I've really been liking this one. Dot it on my face like that, and then I just massage it in. So for primer, I really wanted to try the Laura Mercier Hydrating Primer. It's it's like lotion, but stickier, like more of a gel lotion hybrid. Oh, that's nice. Feels so pillowy on your skin. No scent, no stinging, like it just feels really refreshing on the skin. So I'm gonna put this everywhere. So this obviously isn't new, you guys have seen me use this before. It's the Becca Ever Matte Pore Priming Perfector. I have to put this on my T-zone, especially during the summertime. After I do this makeup, I am going to be going and running errands, so I just don't want to look like a grease ball. So I just put this on my nose and my forehead, and then whatever's left over I work onto like my chin and stuff. But this really keeps that T-zone nice and matte for hours. I'm going to be trying out a new eye primer. This one's by Jouer. It's their brightening eye primer, and I've never used this before. It has interesting packaging. It's got like that doe foot applicator, and you twist the bottom, and I guess I just have to wait for product to come out. I always get nervous when I'm doing this type of stuff, like the Maybelline Instant Age Drying Concealer and stuff, because I feel like it always just like, but this is cool because it's actually tinted. I like when primers have a little bit of a tint to them, because then I feel like you can get a little bit more of a blank canvas, and you don't have to always like put concealer on your eyelids and stuff, so it sets pretty quickly too. Once you touch it after you've kind of like blended it out, you can feel it drying. I just feel like this doesn't have enough of a tint to it, so I'm going to put a little bit of my Maybelline Instant Age Drying Concealer just right on top, because I'm going to try to do a little bit of a darker look. Well, I'm going to be like, I don't know if it's going to be darker, but it's going to be like a little bit more shadows. Like I plan on doing a couple, I don't know guys what I'm even doing with the sentence right now. I just feel like I need a little bit of concealer on top of this primer. Have you ever watched The Office when Michael is like, sometimes I start a sentence and I don't know what my intentions were when I started it, but I hope I find it along the way. That's how I feel when I'm filming. I totally am, like, I'll be applying makeup and then I'll be talking about something and then I totally forget what I was trying to say in the first place, and I always do that. For eyeshadows today, I'm really excited. I'm going to use the Laura Mercier Eye Caviar palette. Ooh, so beautiful. So I'm first gonna go in with this soft brown shade right here, and this is a Zoeva 227, and I'm gonna pop this into the crease as a transition shade. I've never used Laura Mercier eyeshadow, so I'm really excited. And I'm just gonna kind of like layer this on to deepen up the intensity, because I feel like, yeah, once you put on a second layer, it really deepens up the shade. And then I'm next gonna go in with this shade right here, that one, and I'm just gonna use the same Zoeva brush, and I'm going to pop that further into the crease just to deepen it up a little bit. I zoomed you guys in really quick because I figured that'd be better for eye makeup, but I'm gonna put on my Too Faced lip injection. It's a lip gloss that's like a lip plumper. It works pretty well. I don't know how much I like it. It's kind of painful, so I guess that means it's really working, but it's also a little bit uncomfortable, so I don't know how much I like it. I'm just continuously dipping into this brown to build up intensity, and I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but it is slightly plum undertoned. It's like a slightly plummy taupe, and I really like that. Now I'm taking one of the Laura Mercier single shadows. This one is in Gilt, and I'm picking this up on a Morphe M433, and I'm gonna place this all over the lid and just kind of like blend it into that taupe shade. I'm gonna be using some of the gray shades from the Eye Art palette, and I just want there to be a little bit of a brown in there to kind of soften things up and make things blend a little bit better, because I'm worried that if I use the taupe, because I feel like I need some brown in there with the gray, just because I think the taupey plum is gonna like clash with it. And I just realized that they have names. This one is Steel, this gray one. So I'm taking Steel, and this is a Sedona Lace 941. I'm just going to lightly pat this all over the lid. And guys, it is literally, what time is it? It is 10:53 a.m. And I'm gonna go run errands in a full-on smoky eye, doing it for the YouTubes. The Steel color kind of has a little bit of a grayish blue undertone to it. Okay, so now that I've got this all over the lids, I'm gonna pick it up once again on that Morphe M433, just on the bristles of the brush, and I'm gonna kind of blend it a little bit more, just because I want it to be nice and soft. You guys can see these are blending out beautifully. They're very sateen, like they're not chunky. They just have a really gorgeous finish on the eye, and that Jouer eye primer is really nice as well. It kind of has a slight tightening effect on the eye, like it gives your eyelid a little bit of firmness, which is nice. And I'm gonna blend with a clean Sedona Lace EB09 just to once again make everything nice and soft. I'm taking some MAC Fix Plus, and this is a Revlon crease shadow brush, and I'm going to spritz it with some Fix Plus, shut my computer, and spray away from my computer. I'm gonna get the brush nice and saturated with that Fix Plus, and then I'm going to take, let's mix Copper and Amethyst. They're both really shimmery and pretty, so we'll mix the two of those together, and then I'm going to apply this wet onto the eyelid. Wow, that looks so pretty. Now you could use a flat shadow brush to do this, but I wanted to use something with more loose, dense bristles because then it would be a little bit softer and not quite so metallic. But if you were to take a flat shadow brush, this would just really pack that on and make it ultra pigmented and shiny. So I'm going to give that a moment to dry. So now I'm going to take a Sedona Lace 904 brush, and I'm going to pick up the shade Amethyst, and I'm going to work that where the wet shadow and that Steel color meet, just so that there's a soft line. Like I always say, nice and soft to put a highlight on. I'm going to use this one. It is called Buttercream, and I'm going to use another clean Zoeva 227 under the brow bone. What is with my hair right now? Can you imagine if I just went out like this? I was just like, all right guys, I'm done. It looks so bad. Like eye makeup, dark eye makeup with no base makeup, it always looks so crazy. Like no brows, no nothing. It's always just like really bizarre looking. I'm going to be trying the new Laura Mercier Candlelight Glow Foundation, and I am using the shade Dune. Takes it a moment to get moving. And yeah, I'm just gonna pump this into my hand. Why did I just do this, you guys? I squirted it into my palm because I was just like not thinking. I was waiting for it to come out, and I had it on the back of my, I was pumping it on the back of my hand, and then it wasn't coming out, so I switched my hand over and did that. I don't know why I did that, but my hands are clean, so it's fine. So yeah, I'm just going to dot this everywhere. Like it has a really, really interesting texture. It's kind of liquidy but moussey. I don't know how to describe this texture. I need to play around with it more than once to see how it really is. We'll see. It's a little bit too light. That's the darkest shade I have. I spray tanned last night, so my face is like super dark, but I will fix it with bronzer. It's matching my face pretty well, but my forehead just needs a lot of bronzer. I know what we'll do. On my forehead, I'll take some of my Too Faced Born This Way, because that's really dark, and that'll be that. Too Faced Born This Way is my spray tan color. A little bit too light though. And maybe when my spray tan wears off, I'll do a first impressions on it. So far so good. I really like this foundation. Like I think you guys will even be able to tell on camera how it's reflecting light. It has an illuminator in it, but it's really soft focus. It's not quite so intense. So I'm gonna do a little bit of concealer. This is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Ginger. You guys know how much I love this concealer. I can't put it down, it's my favorite. And then I always like to kind of like let my concealer set for a moment, and while I let it set, I do my brows. I'm gonna be trying the Marc Jacobs Brow Wow, and mine is in the shade Ash Brown. And I feel like with brow products, I want a hard formulation to where you really have to kind of like press and go over the areas that you want to darken up. But when brow products are too pigmented, they're hard to work with because you can just make yourself look so cartoony so fast. So yeah, I really like that. Very pretty, and the ash brown works because I do have blonde in my hair. I really think that this is the key to under eye concealer, is letting it set for a minute before you start blending it in. You can't let it set too long, but there's a sweet spot of where if you let your concealer set for a couple minutes and then you blend it out, it's the perfect consistency, and that's with pretty much every concealer that I use. So let's contour. I'm so excited. We're gonna use the Marc Jacobs contour, and I'm picking this up on a Zoeva 127, my go-to contour brush. All right, let's do it. I'm so excited. I'm gonna start at the hairline. When you touch these Marc Jacobs powders, they are so finely milled. They feel like when you pick it up in between your fingers, I can't even describe to you guys how this, like what this feels like. It's so silky and velvety. It's as if you just have velvet in between your fingers and you're just rubbing it. It just feels like it could go on and on and on for days. The product is so finely milled. And that's also a really good thing because that means that they're gonna blend out beautifully and just look. They do look airbrushed when they're blended out. Oh, I love this contour shade too. It's so nice and neutral undertone without being gray. I hate contour shades that look too gray. I just love how this blended out. Like, look at that. It's so soft and pretty. Oh, I'm so into this contour shade. I totally forgot about the lower lash line. I meant to do that before I set the face and contoured, but I'm gonna go in with this gel pencil from Marc Jacobs, and it's in the shade Rococo. It's kind of like a taupey bronze, so I figured it would go really well. It's a lot darker than I anticipated. I thought it was gonna be this. I'm just gonna smudge this into the lower lash line. This is the 230 Luxe pencil from Zoeva, and I'm gonna smudge this out so that it doesn't look so much like a line. Smoky eye at noon, who cares? So now I'm going to bronze my entire face. I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Bronzer Blush, Baked Blush Bronze Compact. It's got a lot of pink and cranberry marble throughout it. I'll use this as blush. I'm going to apply this with my Revlon blush brush. Yes, you should definitely not use this all over your entire face. It's just a bronze with a really strong pink undertone. So that is really pretty. It's a bronzer, but it has the pink pearlescence to it, so it looks bronze, but it shines back the pink pearlescence. So it's definitely not something I want to put over my entire face. So for bronzing my face, I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs Tan Trick. I'm just going to bronze up my skin really quick. And then you know I want to use the Addiction highlight. Gorgeous. It's just gonna be like liquid gold. I'm ready for it. Oh, so pretty. I'm gonna do my Cupid's bow. I love it. I just want to put this all over my entire face. So for mascara, I wanted to try the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir, but like I said, this one isn't waterproof, so I'm going to first have to go in with a waterproof mascara just so that my lashes hold the curl. I'm using the L'Oreal Shocking Extensions Telescopic, obviously the waterproof version. And I'll use the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir on the top, and then on the lower lashes, I'll also use Marc Jacobs Feather Noir. So I'll do the Feather Noir on the lower lashes first. Look how tiny this little brush is. It's so small. I used to love Lash Discovery, so I already know I'll like this one because it's that tiny, tiny brush. Wow. It really makes it so you can grab every single lash that you have. Like, I can really get all those tiny lashes at each corner of the eye. And then I'm gonna go in with the Feather Noir mascara. This has a really interesting brush, so I'm excited to see how this goes over. Okay, I can already tell you right now, just like with this first coat, it's a wispy effect mascara, which is my favorite. Sorry guys, I'm in the zone of applying mascara. I think that's good. I did about 3 coats. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. I can see why a lot of people like this one now. It's a very wispy, fluttery effect. It's not really lengthening. It's really like volumizing and just kind of fans the lashes out a little bit. Oh, it's very, very pretty. I do like that a lot. So Moving on, keeping things moving, let's move on to lips. I'm going in with the Marc Jacobs Nudist Lip Pencil. And then you know, I want to use one of my Nars lip colors. I changed my mind. I don't want to use one of the Nars ones. I want to use No Angel from Marc Jacobs, that really pretty soft nude. It's in the shade No Angel. I can't remember if I said that or not. Let's finish everything off with a setting spray. So I'm going to use my L'Oreal Infallible. I'm gonna spray that. Yeah, I'm just going to do like normal things, and I feel like I'm in a full glam face, but that's fine. I love everything. That setting spray made splotches on my face. That's not cool. I mean, so far so good, guys. I really love everything that I used. I surprisingly really like the smoky eye. I feel like a badass in smoky eye. I seriously had so much fun filming this for you guys. I thought it was so much fun to try everything for the first time on camera with you guys. If you watched the haul and I didn't use something that you really wanted to see in action in this face full of first impressions, then be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know what you really want to see for the next face full of first impressions, and I'll be sure to use those top products in the next one. And yeah, if you have any questions about anything, feel free to hit me up in the comments down below. And of course, just leave me some comments because I love talking to you guys. And please be sure to come follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm gonna have all three down below for you as well. And I will also have product links and information. All of that stuff is gonna be in the description box as well. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this one. I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.